Greetings, citizens. Justiguy has arrived. This is Bomberman Max, Red Challenger, and this time I'm gonna be going through some complaints, so to speak. Of was I already doing this level? I don't even remember. It looks a lot like one we did earlier. Anyway, I'm gonna be going through some complaints, or not complaints, criticisms. It was a discussion topic on Reddit about the visual novel subreddit about how why people may not like English-made visual novels, and it's not. You might think, oh, just a guy, whatever, but no, none of that, none of the. Anyway, so one that seemed pretty prevalent was just the art, and you know, I guess that's fair. Like, I need to let it destroy the bomb. That's right. I fucking love Umineko and Higurashi, and I can't play them with the new anime art, so I don't know. Art is kind of, I don't know, like, that and the porn, that was another one that came up, like, there are either, some were saying, it's too, I don't know, they were mixed. I guess it depends on which ones you're, fucking this stupid thing. Okay, there we go. Anyway, but, there's, like, some were like, oh, there's no adult content, and I'm like, oh well, I have feelings about adult content in visual novels. I'll just go into that one, I guess, as I can. We're newbie Bomberman. All right, cool. And look, I don't begrudge anyone that is into it, like whatever. But I might have mentioned this in a previous one of these. At the same time, it's like I feel like if that is going to be someone's basis for whether or not they read a visual novel, then you're not reading visual novels. You're reading porn. Like, again, I'm not saying that's bad, but can we just, like, own that, I guess? Like, the porn does not make quality visual novel, and more on that note, like, did that one count? Jesus, listen to me easy. Come on, get it. Get it. Get it! Fine. You son of a bitch. Okay, I guess, are we good? Well, that was easy. It's a big level, all things considered, damn. Anyway, yeah, it's like, the porn, ooh, a new Charbomb, neat, should not be as big a factor as it is, in my humble opinion. Like, again, if you like it, fine, but if that's the only that's gonna be the deciding factor, I don't want to get it, I'm not talking about, like, this discussion where, oh, censorship, blah, 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 that's another topic I kind of have feelings about, but I just mean whether or not it's there to begin with is, like, that's really, I think you're pushing it with that one. Like, if that's what you think the medium is, and that's, like, if one without porn is doing it wrong, then, no, it's dumb, I'm sorry, that's dumb, stop that nonsense. Now, I will say again, I want to be clear, nothing wrong with porn, like, I mean, if you want that, but in my opinion, it just serves a very different narrative function than normal visual novel stuff, and, I don't think in a visual novel that's trying to be like a visual novel, it should be in there. We're gonna keep Tommy. So, whatever. You do you, I do me, fine. At the end of the day, we're all a big fucking happy family. Hugs and Barneys and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean, but no. Fuck, I gotta do this? Oh, no, wait, it'll let me walk out, right? Alright, let's see. Anyway, we went in this one before. Let's see if there's another one we can go into. Oh, boy. Let me over. Yes, thank you. Thank you. The need down here. There's another new one. I'll go to that. Anyway, damn it, I don't want that. I just don't... That, I think, of all the criticisms and comments made, that is just the one I gotta go, no. And again, it's fine if it's your preference. I'm not judging you or anyone who this applies to. I mean, heaven forbid anyone who was in that thread sees this. Oh my goodness, I'm famous. But no, seriously, just I feel like if that's your criteria, and like I'm saying, then that's just. Although similarly, if you're judging something. The same goes, it shouldn't be a criteria one way or the other if it doesn't have porn. Like, I do want to be fair about that, like, because this is an issue I have with a lot of criticisms of Japanese stuff. Like, if I mean, I get it, it's like going to be immersion breaking and all that, but I mean, it doesn't mean you shouldn't give it a chance necessarily. Like I've had to put up with it when I've had to put up with it. I mean, it is what it is, you know. And that's, I guess, that's where I stand on both ends of that. You know, give stuff a chance. Porn of all things. I will say, admittedly, I can much more understand the perspective of not wanting porn than I can wanting it. Okay, how does that work? Interesting. Is it randomized or? Whoops. Oh, you fucking idiot, Justiguy. But yeah, like, because in my personal opinion, as I've said, you know, the porn does not really add anything to the narrative, despite what many claim. No, it's just kind of, you know, there. It's there for the sales. It's there to, you know, get players off. It's there to give them their waifus. And again, it's fine, but it doesn't serve a purpose in the story, really. Like, you can have sex in a game without porn. Like, so. And similarly, if you are there for the story, I feel like it can be really immersion-breaking to just have to either sit through it or, you know, skip it. Either way, it's like, and especially if you know, all these scenes you typically have these characters not even. That's just one thing I think is really fucking dumb about the whole argument with oh, it's good for characterization. No, the fucking characterization in these fucking scenes, from what I've seen, is generally writing your character like a fucking generic porn actress or whatever. It's like, no, fuck you. Don't give me that bullshit. You want your porn, goddamn, it's fine, but fuck, don't give me this bullshit about characterization. Jesus Christ. I'm being a little, I'm not being a little dramatic for the sake of it, but I hope you understand. Anyway. So as far as that goes, again, that's that. But then there are the more, I guess, what I would say, legitimate probably is being nice, but yeah, I guess more, to me, in my opinion, more valid feeling comments about them. Like, so I think I mentioned this before, or in this video or the last one. Art came up a bit, and I might have started with that. That is I can understand that. You know, it is a visual novel, and people will say, oh, it's just the writing that I care about. But I mean, how many visual novels? I don't know. I don't want to like. God fucking damn it! What did I just do? Excuse my French, but like I can understand that. You know, it sucks when that happens, but I understand it, especially if you have been, as many brought up, been exposed to a lot of Japanese visual novels, especially the high-end Japanese visual novels. Like, when that happens, yeah, you're gonna be a little, maybe biased isn't the best word, but yeah, you're gonna have been your tastes and your expectations will have been, you know, not lifted. They're gonna have been based on what you've experienced, and so to see stuff that is quote-unquote worse, you know, at some point in the visual novel scene in English is just a lot in its younger stages comparatively. You know, people were a lot more understanding than you might think in these situations, but you know, folks don't give anime fans enough credit. You know, that's something to talk about another time. I've wanted to do a video on it about anime fans and stuff, but that's a different topic. Anyway, so yeah, I get the art thing. Like, I do feel like, in my opinion, writing can trump it, and art can be better than you give it credit for. Like, I would not play Umineko with anything but the original art, not out of any, you know, elitism or whatever, but just because it's the fucking most expressive, and I feel like it works. Now, another one, on the kind of art tangent, I think we've talked enough about the porn, and all that, was voice acting. Like, that honestly really surprised me. Like, I was genuinely surprised by this one, because I didn't realize this was such a big deal for people. Like, and again, this isn't really so much, this was just, I was blown away that so many people consider this a factor. Like, I'm still kind of speechless just thinking about it, because that never would have even crossed my mind if I hadn't read the thread and comments and stuff, because it's like, and it's Japanese voice acting at that, which, I mean, that's a little, you know, that's a little unrealistic, but just voice acting in general is just, I didn't realize that was such a big deal. Like, I mean, I've never had it in Umineko, and I don't know, like, I think back in the day, Fate didn't have it. Does it have it now? I don't know. I know Tsukihime doesn't. Does it? Actually, I don't fucking know now. But the point is, I just never crossed my mind as a thing that is necessary, like, for a visual novel, you know? It's like, cool if it has it, but I don't feel like that. And I mean, I understand, like, music and stuff does absolutely affect the visual novel and, like, how you experience it and all that stuff, but at the same time, I don't know, especially for me, it was always more of a disconnect when you had everyone talking with the fucking protagonist. If any, like, I'd rather there not be any voices if you're just gonna have this one asshole not talking at all. But again, there's also the whole issue of self-inserts and blah 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 blah, but that's not really anyway. So yeah, I think alright, we're gonna do this crap next time. I'm gonna keep talking, but yeah. Until then, I'm afraid that this is farewell.